Welcome, everybody. It's time for another episode of Vodka and Juice Boxes. It's time for the play date where the only thing these girls are spilling is their secrets. So sit back, grab a cocktail, enjoy today's confession session with our young moms and your sister hosts who's flying solo today here, Amanda and Juliet, who's missing in action here today here. Welcome, girls.
Hello. Hey, we miss you, Juliet. Hi. Welcome to Vodka and Juice Boxes, the play date where the only thing we're spilling is our secrets. This is a confession session, so don't take anything that we say like word for word. This is just a venting session. Today's conversation is about, we are talking about maintaining relationships. So after having kids, we have priorities. We have
less time.
Definitely less time. And, you know, I never understood when people would say, I always saw this post on Facebook that was like, you know, you find out who your real friends are after you have kids.
Yes.
And you're like, well, duh.
Right.
I don't think it has to be personal. It's just we're on a different page.
Totally.
You're not going to understand, and I'm going to be not. I would never be mad at my single friends for being like, you didn't come to my kid's first birthday party. I have children, and I would rather.
But you realize that now. But before, when you were single,
before when I was single, I would even tell my friends that had. I remember a specific friend was like, it's very important to me that you come to my kid's first birthday party. And I got anxiety instantly. I was like, what? He doesn't even know. I understand. She had like a tumultuous relationship with her mother-in-law, or not her mother, her actual mother. And I think that I might have been the only thing that might have kept her calm. But even then, I just didn't like the pressure.
So did you go?
Fuck.
Did you go?
No. You know what? Our friendship kind of separated right before that birthday. Because
was
it
the
on
birthday, the tip
no,
of the iceberg?
It was Lila.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was kind of like,
Talk about confession. You're actually calling her out who it was?
No, it's okay. Looking back, I understand what it was. She was a parent by herself. Like, she didn't have any friends that were parents. And I got to tell you, the first kid, I didn't have anything crazy hormonal going on. Like, it was overwhelming, but it was just kid shit. This second kid has effed me up. Like, I'm just now feeling like my normal self. So I imagine that she went through the crazy hormonal, like, I'm not myself. I hate everything and everyone. Yes. I'm late. I'm hot. I hate the way I look. It's everything top to bottom. And I guarantee you she went through that. But she took a lot of it out on me and told me that I was the reason she had low self-esteem.
So why do people want you to come to their first birthday party? Is it for the kid? Is it for them? Is it to show your solidarity, your support? Why do you have to go to the kid's first birthday
I don't know. I thought you're going to have to ask individual people.
I think it's because they're doing that for the kids, but they also want like you there so that you can make it fun for them, you know? Like,
I believe that.
So
that's why I provide, like, I mean, I've never had a giant birthday party for Bowie. Like, the first birthday party that I did not want to have, because my house isn't kid-friendly or anything, my sister was like, you have to. She's at the age where she's asking for birthdays. Anyway, my sister did 90% of that entire thing while I was pregnant with her last fourth birthday party. And even then, I provided alcohol. I wanted to make sure the adults were comfortable. And I think that's just the way that my mind works. I don't know if it's right or wrong.
No, I think it is right.
But
I think it's 100% right. I think if you're going to invite adults, it has to be not only, food and stuff can be for the kids and the adults, but I think that, alcoholic beverages, that's growing up. That's all we did when my parents would have a birthday party for us. It was an excuse to get together, or all the family, you know.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I think the kids are honestly happy with no matter what.
So you're not getting a clown, and you're not having 20 kids blow up balloons, and the moms are just there to be like den mothers and move all the little kids around and stuff.
You just painted my worst fucking nightmare.
And then a jump house.
A jump house.
I can handle the jump house. I just don't want people in my house. Yeah. Like, not people. I love company. I love company. I don't want children
running around
in and out of every single room, tearing and for the most part, I don't think Bowie does that, and I think it's because she's terrified of me. But and it might come out later as an adult. But if my kid will not go to someone's house and rip shit out. When she does, it's with a group of kids, and she looks like she is full of panic. She's like, "Ruby did it. It wasn't me." And like she's like, not quick to rat her friends out, but she's just quick to let me know, like, I didn't, I did, but it started, I don't know, whatever.
I'm super curious, like, because seeing Shy here with Priscilla, who is very free with her house.
Her 6-year-old,
very
Shiloh.
Very free. Yeah, Shiloh, she's 6. And she's like that at home. But I saw her, like, doing stuff like cartwheels and all this stuff nonstop. And Priscilla's trying to say, like, oh, honey, be careful. That's a white couch. And I saw her doing more. And I'm like, she doesn't do this at home.
I
like,
agree. I agree. Same with my kid.
She doesn't?
She does certain
else.
things.
No, she's scared that I'm going to freak out. Like, cause
I wonder why she does that to Priscilla. Maybe because she feels comfortable with Priscilla, which is
she
odd.
does feel comfortable. Well, because since I was little, she's been comfortable around me, and so she knows me. But I'm glad that she feels comfortable because I don't want her to be.
Yeah, but do you ever wonder that with like Bowie? Like, if she goes to someone else's house, is she the same? I don't know.
I don't know. But I did realize that I didn't introduce everybody. My sister is she couldn't get a sitter, and she's got a lot of work on her hands. She takes care of everybody's life. So she's she is
AWOL.
working today.
She's AWOL
She went AWOL. She's like, F you and your show.
Yeah, went over the wall.
You're trying to cover
I'm
it.
like, no, it's yours too. Come back. So anyway, Jackie has been a caller. Both times we had a caller, it was Jackie, and here she is in the flesh,
Hi.
visiting all the way from Jersey.
And last time when she was calling, you wanted me to cut her off. You kept going like this and making the cutoff sign. I kept letting her go
Well,
on,
at
but you
least
kept.
I-
I
told
actually
me the
remember
truth.
being really stressed out that there wasn't enough time for her to call in. Thank you very much.
Yes, it's all right.
So-
the truth comes out.
And then we got Rocky's mom here again.
Yes, this
Yes.
is Priscilla's mom again, and we've all been friends for a few years now. I met Jackie through Priscilla, so.
Yes.
Yep,
You're welcome.
Welcome to the show.
You're welcome.
And Jackie has a 6-year-old
6-year-old
and a 5-month-old.
5-month-old. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
We were all pregnant
So
together,
needed-
so that was cool.
Yes.
Okay, so
So you're saying that little kids' parties aren't? Well, I'm much older. I'm the grandfather age here. When I was a kid in the
No.
60s, it was all about the kids. It was pin the tail on the donkey, followed by blow up the
like children,
balloons,
remember?
followed by the thing.
Yeah, but like a 1-year-old. Like, what about a 1-year-old birthday party?
I don't
Yeah, you know
don't
what I mean.
remember that, but
Yeah.
but it was all about. And then it was trying to impress who could throw the bigger party. So if you had
yes.
your friends there, it was to
Totally.
show
Yeah,
that I could do a
but
bigger party than
no,
you did.
you're not even inviting your friends if you're doing that. You're inviting the
Yes.
classroom. You're
Yes,
inviting
right. The
church. You're inviting
neighborhood,
your
right.
friends.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have room in my heart for like new people like that.
But it was never about the parents actually having a good time. They were all stressed out because they're trying to herd tons of little kids
Yes.
around.
That's a nightmare.
And then I
And I would never do that to myself.
And then I
She's
joined the
saying that.
PTA
Yeah, of
for
course.
the first time this year, and that's a whole other bag of shit that I
Yeah.
can't even tell
I
you.
am
It's just
terrified of that. I'm
a
terrified.
lot of moms stressing out and trying to. If you're listening, hi.
I know. See, Brian and I are always like, okay, first of all, this started like a long time ago. Brian and I were talking about how I'm trying to say this properly. I just don't, I'm not excited about Bowie saying, can I have a play date with so-and-so from school? Can I have a play date with so-and-so? She straight up begs me. And this little girl, she craves friendship more than anybody I've ever met. And it makes me feel bad, but I just don't want to do it. And my mom is her preschool teacher. She works at the school, and my mom has the oldest classroom before they transition into kindergarten. So now she's finally in my mom's classroom. So my mom says, I'll do it. I'll take her to play dates or whatever. And one time Brian was like, you have to. And I think the whole like term have to like set
Made you
me
more
on
turned
fire.
off
Yes.
to-
I was
That
like,
doesn't go
I
well
don't
with you.
have to do anything. You can do it. You're more than welcome. You're her parent too.
Right.
And he was just like, well, listen, we can't deprive her of this. She's going to be weird, like socially or whatever. And so it was like a little like argument back and forth. And then, I don't know, I posted, I should have posted it on Vodka Juice Box's Brian, for Bowie's graduation, like preschool graduation, they had like a camp out. So like everybody brought tents and stuff over to the school and they stayed the night after the graduation. And Brian was texting me and he was like, I would rather sleep in a tent full of barracudas than all the fucking kids that are coming in and out of my tent. He said some nerd dad told him that my tent was the only one safe from monsters. And I'm about to lose my goddamn mind. I'm like, See, you're not making any friends over there, are you? Yeah. I'm like, don't tell me I have to do anything.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm glad you made him do that.
Do you think it's like the kids at your house coming over, or like the new moms?
Well, the kids that come over to my house are your kids. Like it's my friends' kids,
right.
and I have full reign to punk them out and be like, get
and you
out.
know how they behave.
I can tell them to clean up.
Yes.
And it might bother some of my friends, but you get used to me and you got to know me by now.
You have to.
I will tell them to clean up. I will tell them not to play with that or you know.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like one of the reasons why this is a good topic is because you have friends your whole life or even just that you met in college or like in hair school or you know anything. You have different groups of friends that you accumulate throughout your life. And you are thicker than thieves. You love them so much. But the second you have kids, how they parent or their children may sever a relationship overnight.
Mm-hmm.
So the topic is about maintaining friendships and the order of priorities. So I'm going to start with Priscilla, and then I want to hear from Jackie. What are your priorities now in your life with Rocky?
With Rocky, my priorities are just I don't have a lot of time. I wake up, it's no longer about, you know, like let me text so and so to see how it was, how her trip was, you know,
right.
Like I don't have the time to I might remember and it might cross my mind like, oh, I wonder if she had fun, but that's as far as it goes.
Right.
So I wake up and I'm like, what do I have to do? Like one thing I do is I try to do something for myself in the morning, which is my boot camp, and then it's all Rocky all the time. And then in between, like his naps, like I try to have my me time still, and I try to stay out as much as I can because it makes my job easier instead of me having to entertain Rocky. So
What's your me time? What do you want?
My me time is just sometimes just being able to take a bath or just lay in bed and like just like close my eyes and just check my my Instagram or my emails or whatever. You know,
these drinks are gonna be a little boozy. Sorry,
it's fine. No.
Have you ever seen this commercial that runs? I think I get such a kick out of it. You see a guy, all you see is him saying, you know, Bob, I need a little, I'm going to have to take today off. And then Bob is this 2-year-old kid. Yeah, or something.
Yes. I love that commercial.
So anyways, so to kind of brief this up is the friendships that I've seen that I've gravitated to are the ones that are like easy. So what you posted earlier on Instagram, Amanda, and Facebook was that it's just ones that aren't it's stressful, no drama, and just like guilt free and just
like I'm sorry
drama
I did
free.
Not text you. I've had a lot going on. Like,
not ones that just
like I'll not talk to you for months. And then I'll be like...
Or not months. It'll be like a week. But
No, but I'm saying you are the friend that I can not talk to for a couple months because stuff is going on and, you know, a text message exchange here and there. Like Jackie, perfect example. We have a group text and between her, I, and then our friend Brittany, and I see her probably once a year. And it's like, I saw you yesterday. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, so basically the ones that are just drama free and just like I don't want you to be upset at me again for like not asking you how your trip or whatever this went. So just basically ones that are just like, hey, like what are you doing? Like, do you want to do this? You know, and like get together and like let's, you know, hang out, grab lunch, go shopping, go to the Spectrum, go to Target, and then that's it and come home. Or like if I have a problem, be able to call them up and talk to them and vent. And then have no fear.
There's no soda water or anything
have
in there.
no fear of have no fear of them judging me or running their mouth about the business that I just told them.
And are these friends without kids or with kids?
With kids.
Both. Actually, I like both. I have both.
Yes, I have both as well, and I love that I could just pick up the phone. I mean, there's one of my friends, Denise Campos. I worked with her a long time ago. She's got a son, and I don't remember her ever putting pressure on me to like meet her son's like birthdays or anything like that. And we would still have our girls night. And I was single, and she would call me up, and we'd go out, and like. She would be like, oh, I can't get a sitter. And I'd be like, okay, no worries. Like, I wouldn't be upset and be like, ugh.
Figure it out.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's just drama-free, like, and just not holding grudges, and just easy, but like you're there, and then when they need you, and then you try to be there for them. That's just kind of and no drama. Like,
So
I just
why
can't
do
do
your
drama.
friends, with or without children, not understand that your life is a little more complex and busy now? And
Without
why do they-
Impossible.
children, for
They couldn't
example,
possibly
like
understand.
without children, I don't think they get it. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes like I'll be talking to, for example, like somebody, and
Somebody.
he doesn't get it. Like, they don't get it. They'll be like, oh, I didn't respond to a picture that they sent me, and they're upset. It's like, do you even realize, like,
they don't.
I don't.
There's-
My day,
there's
I
nothing
wake
you
up.
can
I'm
say.
up at 6. Between then, like, I try to sneak in a nap when my son naps because I'm exhausted, right? And so, no, I didn't get to respond to a picture that you sent me, or catch up on the thread. You know what I mean? It's like they don't get it. It's not that I'm being mean. It's like my time is very valuable. So when I do respond, and when I do have time to FaceTime them or call them, I wish that they would just be appreciative of that, because they
Yeah.
don't understand. Like, I have a lot of family and friends in my life, and so if you're the one that I choose to call and spend my time with, it's like my time is valuable, because it's either you at the moment or my son, or both.
It's a
you know?
constant balance of like trying to make
Yes.
everybody happy, and so my friendships shouldn't be one of those.
Can't you call them
Yes.
out and tell them this and say, dude,
I
what
do,
you
but
think?
they won't get it
Okay,
unless
well,
they actually
Here's
are.
the thing: dating is a completely different situation. So guys are just different. It's like a needy thing.
Even with girls, I have friends that are
Should
girls
I leave
that
the
are
room
the
now
same
here
way.
while you talk about
Well,
guys?
like
All right.
they'll literally FaceTime me, like, for example, and I love her. My friend Allison, I love her to pieces, but I feel like she'll FaceTime me
Which
in
is
the
weird
morning.
because she has a kid.
Yes,
And
but-
she's
I ask her all the time, how do you have so much time?
Well, maybe she puts her husband needs on you, because when Brian's working, I've done that to you. I've done that with Bowie. My husband, Brian builds power lines. He's always worked a lot, and so when he couldn't do something, I
You
would straight
forced
up, I
me.
would strong arm
Yeah.
her. Like, I would like get her in a headlock. Like,
I
with
would
my,
sometimes
with my
hide,
elbow.
and then I'd hear someone coming up my stairs,
You're
and I'd
coming
be like,
to
oh,
San
God.
Diego with me. I have a room. I paid for it already.
She'll be peeking through the window, like in between the
I know where
blinds.
my.
I know where her key is.
It's like
I
a
know.
stalker.
Oh,
my
yeah.
goodness.
You best believe,
Well,
ever
yeah.
since high school.
So
So-
some people get it, some people don't. And the ones that don't, do they eventually
Friendships fade away.
They
Yeah,
fade
get
away.
out of
Fade
your
away.
life.
It gets too
So
hard.
it becomes a
gets too
non-issue in your
draining,
head. I'm not dealing
and
with
then
it.
you're instantly annoyed, and you just almost don't want to even open that door because it's too exhausting. So you're just
So,
done, dude. You're done.
I want to put a shout out to one of my friends, Jennifer LaPiccolo. Crazy hair. So she had a baby. Her baby's older than mine. We text back and forth. I love her. Like, the first day I met her, we hung out for 3 days straight. It's like a 3-day date. And she always hits me up, and she's always like, "I'm so sorry, I'm the worst friend. I haven't met your baby yet." And I'm like, I got to keep her, right? I got to take her home. Like, I'm always going to have her. The opportunity is not going to pass you by. And I just feel like it hasn't been no time since I last saw her, because when I do see her, it's like that love is always
just
there.
get it
And
right
that's what I
back.
have for the people that I gravitate towards. So
Yes.
now I'm
like
hearing
right
from
here,
Jackie.
for
Yeah.
example. She's
Jackie,
one. She's one.
what
for
are
me.
your priorities in your life? Who do you need the most that help you be
And
the
then we're
best
going to go to
parent?
commercial right
Okay.
after Jackie.
Perfect.
Yeah. Who do you have that make you be the best parent with your support system? Your mom, your
Because
sister.
you have a lot of friends in Jersey,
I
and,
have-
and then
I-
it's mind-boggling.
But she
that
goes
you're
ghost.
Still,
She
that
goes ghost
she-
on a lot of people. She's got her priorities. Want to hear all about
Yeah.
them?
Okay, so my priorities, I feel like maybe since I had the second kid, have been not as strong as I should have. I felt like with my first, and I know we talked about that, I had my priorities set. Like, I have my friends that make me feel good about myself and who bring out the best in me. You guys definitely
Right.
do. You,
See, I believe
the
that
ones
with
that
the
just
second
put you
one,
down.
your needs are different.
yes,
It's true. Keep
and,
going.
And so I have friends now that I will hang out with because it's good for my kid, because my kid likes their kid,
Mhm.
and I get nothing
Oh
from the
no, I don't do
friendship.
that.
And
Mm.
then
No
so
one's got time for that.
and so at the end of it, I don't feel good. I don't feel anything that I got anything. And you said something that means a lot to me. Like, I feel with both of you, why I've held on to this friendship so much is because, like, I could show up when I'm having a bad day, and you would go, come in. Even if your house, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Pouring a drink, saying, sit
Take your
down, talk
babies.
to me, put the babies
Yeah.
down, let's, like, talk about it. And sometimes, like, I have some friendships in Jersey that will be like that, and then others that are like, almost like it's just very business. It's with the kids. Like, okay, like almost like not that relaxing where you can vent to me and I'll vent to you and we feel good and
See,
that
I don't think I
comfort.
would carry on those relationships.
Well,
those
they
would
start
not
to-
be our priority.
The only
You
reason
ghost
is
them.
because my kid will say, "Hey, can I hang out with them? Can I do
Ooh,
this?"
see,
But-
you're a
but
better
you
mom than
know-
me because I wouldn't.
You know, it is Jersey.
It is there's a lot of that bullshit in Jersey.
My
It's Jersey. Come on.
yeah,
different.
no, my parenting style is it's not. I'm not saying it's good. It's just what I gravitate towards. So I'm figuring out myself as I go with each podcast. But my parenting style is what works best for me and Brian. And what works best for me is not hanging out with people that don't make me feel good. I don't care if you're my kid likes your
But-
kid.
But what I'm telling you is at the end of that, I feel drained and my kid feels good. So what is the best?
I
So
don't
it's
know.
like-
That's a good
Yeah.
point.
But that's exactly like even when I went on a class trip with the PTA, by the end of it, I was like, oh my God, I can't. Maybe one mom, I felt good. Maybe one mom, I felt like, okay, I can hang with her. She's cool as shit. Like I
Dang.
can hang
You
out.
know what though?
But the kid had a good time.
She had a great time.
And it's balanced. I
Great
feel
time.
like
Yeah, it's
if-
always balanced.
I
It's
feel
always
like
about
that's
balance.
But I
kind
feel
of
like it's
like-
hard to balance now.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Now with your second. So how are
Yes.
you doing that with your second?
Yeah.
It's
We're going to
not
talk
well.
about that in
Not
the
well.
second
Oh, all right.
balance of the second half of the show here.
Okay.
As we balance this out by running a quick break here. Come on
Okay.
back as the girls start to get real here.
okay.
OC Talk Radio. Streaming, not screaming.
Imagine what it would feel like to lose everything: your job, your home, your family, your dignity. This has happened to thousands of the men, women, veterans, and young adults we serve at Working Wardrobes. What do we do to help? We provide career development services, life skills workshops, job skills training. We provide the perfect interview outfit, and we get clients placed in jobs. Call Working Wardrobes, 714-210-2460. Donate, volunteer, invest, hire.
When it comes to pioneers in their respective industries, we all know the Apples, Starbucks, and Trader Joe's of the world. In the realm of recruiting, Decision Toolbox is the industry's best-kept secret, with 90% of their business from referrals and repeat customers. For over 20 years, Decision Toolbox's U.S.-based team of recruiters, sourcers, professional writers, quality personnel, and tech support has perfected a Six Sigma approach to talent management. No matter the size of the project, Decision Toolbox delivers incredible results. A cost per hire less than half of what contingency firms charge, with the winning candidate presented in an average of 14 days, all with a 12-month candidate warranty. With results like that, Decision Toolbox won't be a secret for long. Visit us at www.dtoolbox.com for more information.
All right, back to this confession session here. I was just starting to get good. That's why I thought we better sneak in those commercials because you're really starting to get real here about what bothers you and what doesn't bother. On balance, how do you find balance?
Come
No
on,
balance.
Jack, what you were saying?
Oh, okay. So, like I have a friend who Kate. She doesn't have any kids. She basically will she kind of gets the whole kid thing, like, okay, it takes so much time, but she'll come over out of the blue, and I remember she brought a couple bottles of wine, and we sat and we talked while the kids slept for like 2 hours, and it was fantastic. And by the end I felt good, and I was like, see, I need like more of this for myself. I can't just think, okay, who can come over who has a kid who my daughter just likes. Like, it works out with you that she likes Bowie and that I like you, like, but that doesn't always
How come you don't
happen for
connect
me.
with those parents that
I got to. I
How
have
come
to
though?
make
What
one.
makes you not connect with somebody?
But what
I
makes
think
you feel? I want to
Good
talk about.
question. Good question.
Yeah, start with that.
I think I have to be better at it. I think I'm not. I'm like I have a few girlfriends that like it's changing. Like I feel like with the second kid, I don't know why. Like as far as my friendships that have kids that I really bond really well with the mom.
What makes you not bond with a mom?
If I feel like, okay, like a mom will come over and she'll, she's super nervous of everything. Like if her kid gets into something that my kid, and I'm kind of a free bird. I mean, even Priscilla, like my daughter was cutting up tomatoes before we left with a knife.
Oh my God.
And
with
I
a
just,
Oh my
steak
God.
knife.
because I taught her how to do it, and maybe that's not right, but
Oh,
that's
stop
me.
it! You're fine.
But that's me, and she's been okay, and but some
She's
moms
still
will like
alive,
hand
FYI.
sanitize
With
my
the butter
counters.
knife. She's not gonna
Yeah.
hurt
No, I
herself.
took away the steak knife. I gave
But
her the
she's
butter knife.
really good at
No,
it. Paige.
I
She's
support you. No, listen, I support you because Bowie has showed an interest in cooking in the kitchen ever since she was
Yes.
2 years old, and my brother taught her how to use a knife too.
Yes.
Good.
And
Yeah.
I taught her how to
Yes.
use a knife.
Yeah.
And that
And you know
scares
what? That's
people.
actually, I actually love that because it was so crazy because I was actually thinking about this today. And she goes, I actually showed Shiloh because I go, how is she like so good? She asks for things and she'll be like, Mom, can I have eggs? Mom, and then
Because
she'll
you're
do it.
raising a human being.
And she
Yes.
shows her though. She doesn't just. She gives her options. She goes, I would wake up in the morning and I say, Shiloh, what do you want to eat? And Shiloh would tell her. And then like instead of telling her what she's gonna eat, she gives her options. And then she'd help. She'd be like, this is how you do it. So she'd show her. So now Shiloh,
exactly.
and that's genius because I don't have patience. And I notice I don't have
you
patience.
can't do everything
I
for
just
Rocky.
do it.
You can't.
I know.
Because Rocky, I mean, like, and I don't know
They'll grow
anything
up.
about babies, but because Priscilla told me, and please correct me if I'm wrong, she will feed her son, who is at that age to start feeding himself by his hand, about grabbing stuff, but she says she doesn't want to give him a bath. I totally 1,000% feel you. I don't have time.
I'm a clean freak. And I'm more concerned
it's
about my
getting
house
in the way
getting dirty
of your kid learning
than
how to do shit for
and
himself.
so that's
They
like
have to.
my problem. And I have to. And this
Because
morning,
once
what
they
did I
learn,
do?
they'll get better.
This
Yeah.
morning, I made eggs. I cut up raspberries,
was
and
very
I
nice of
cooked
you.
him some tomatoes
Made
on
me
the
feel
pan, and
bad
I
for
put
all
it
the
on
shit I
his
said.
high chair, and I had him, and he just touched it. And I read all about lead weaning. And it said that a lot of the times in the beginning, they won't even make it in their mouth. They'll just touch it. But
Oh, you should
eventually
see.
it
The
goes
Wayland's
in
like
their
this.
mouth.
She's like,
So it's just a matter of, trial and error. But go
Yeah.
on to
But
Shiloh.
anyway.
So that is awesome.
Can I
that-
take you back to one thing that
Yeah.
you brought up that needs to be addressed? You said Rocky's mom asked you and said,
Iraqis.
Rocky's mom.
Rocky.
Rocky's
Iraqi.
Rocky.
mom. Rocky.
Iraqi.
Rocky should live in Jersey. Rocky should live in
Rocky.
Jersey.
I gotta bring Rocky out and get him a guinea pig.
Yo, hey.
Yo, way.
So she said, why don't you bond with these
Mm-hmm.
mothers?
Yeah.
And you said, it's probably my fault. So is it your fault?
I disagree.
Yeah. Are you in
I
you're
think-
in a
completely
shortage
disagree.
of friends? What is it? Because Jackie's very easygoing.
I think I'm very picky, and I think that I what is it? What I'm trying to. Put
I
into
don't
words.
even think it has to be a thing. You either do or you don't.
Do you go? Okay. Do you
Do you
make the
meet-
effort to go walk up to them and talk to them, or are you just turned off by
I'll
the
talk
idea
to
it's
him
too
and
much
then
work?
I got turned off.
You
quick.
know she gives him a chance more than you and I ever would.
And you know what? Jackie's the type of girl like this. She'll reach out, she'll test the water, and if it's something she knows instantly what she wants. If it's someone that she likes, she'll be like, she'll go, I like her, dude.
Right.
I like her, bro.
Yes.
She'll do that. But
Yes.
if she can sense it, Jackie is a very good judge and
I
character.
feel like I am too.
You are.
But I get wrong. I'm wrong a lot, and I will actually go so far and be really embarrassing as to tell them. I'm just gonna use my friend's husband as an example before they were married, Chris Huber.
Oh,
So,
Chris is so cute.
He's so sweet. I love him. Now he's like a part of the family. But when I first met him, he was just like this like happy-go-lucky guy, and I'm like, that's not even real. I'm all no. He's putting on a show. That's like I don't know. Like I read him, and it's just
And now
not-
he FaceTimes
he's Mr.
Bowie,
Cool
and they're,
Guy,
like, the
you know,
best
who
friends.
always comes in a good mood and has something to say. And anyway, and then when Carla was still alive, we went out into the circle, and he was by himself just getting a drink before he went home or something. And we ran into him, and he was the same guy, and there was no audience around him. And he was the same exact guy. And I remember I was a little drunk, and I was like, I gotta tell you, I did not like you, and I'm seeing the real you now, but I didn't like you. I was like, this Miss cool fucking kid over here is putting on a show. You should have seen his face. He lit up like it was his birthday.
I
He was just
love
like,
him.
he's all.
That probably made his day.
It was
to be
yeah.
won over
He
by
was
that.
all
so
get out of town. He's like, well, thank you for letting me know, because for me, I feel guilty. Where it's like I got to be honest, because I might have told one person I don't believe this guy, and I need to come clean and be like, I didn't like you, but I got to tell you, you're a good guy.
Yeah.
And I see it, and
Yep.
you're the best, and whatever. And so he's like, it was like a joke for like for
I've
a
had somebody
while.
like that at work, and I told him the same thing. I go,
Yeah.
his face used to bother me. Patrick Whiffler. I used to tell him like, and now I
No,
swear
but
to God, I
heard
would
he's
give
the
him the shirt.
nicest
He's
guy,
the
Paul,
sweetest
and
guy
she told
ever.
him, I don't like
And I
your
go,
face.
when I met you, your face bothered me. You were just annoying. Every time he'd come into my cube and ask me for something, I'd be like, what? Now I'm just obsessed with him. He's the cutest
Yeah,
thing ever.
and I like being honest because I feel like if it ever comes out like, oh, she said she didn't like you, I'd be like, yeah, I know, she told
I'll
me.
tell you, right? I'll tell you what, and then I'll ask you, Jack. I'll tell you what gravitates me towards people. It's real, just real people.
Exactly. I was just about to say.
What
I
turns
can-
me
I
off on
can
people
read
is
you.
people,
Real with
when they're like,
themselves.
oh, hi, when they're trying to act polite all the time, it
Yes.
gives me anxiety. I almost just
Yeah.
want to shake them and be
Because
like,
you want to
dude,
know
it's
where
just
you
relax.
stand.
Yes.
I
So
swear to
are
God,
these other young moms you're meeting through the PTA?
They're full of
you know?
shit.
They're full of
They're
shit.
full of
Ah,
shit.
that's what I wanted to get
They're
to.
so concerned about their
Yes.
appearance that they're afraid to like really tell
Well, not
you.
to generalize. That's a
yes,
category.
not to generalize, and I don't
That's a
mean to say that.
category.
But it's like when I meet them, it's like, okay, I do this and this, and they talk in a way that they are so concerned with what they want to look perfect, and they want to
what
have-
facade they're trying
They're like,
to...
they're such blessings,
And
aren't
I
they?
would
And Jackie
love
goes,
just to
"Uh-huh."
say, oh, I almost killed my husband last night. My kids are driving me effing insane, and this. I just want that. I
crave
honesty. That.
honesty.
I
Yeah.
crave
Yes,
that.
I crave
so
honesty.
I could be like, you know what? Me too. Me too.
And I
honey,
can
pour
see
you a
you'd be
drink.
like, I just love you right now. I
Yes.
just want to
And
And
be
be
honest
honest
with
with me.
instant
Just be
connection.
real with me.
And I gotta jump in here because I just gotta touch base on that. It's phases. Now, when I
Yes.
say this about my husband or my kids or fucking Priscilla, it's a phase. I'm not complaining
ending,
like this
yes.
is my life and I'm complaining. I'm venting and it's a phase, or it's my day, or it's my moment.
Or the ones that, and I'm not going to say any names because my mom's not listening to this, but my mom, I love her to fucking
What's her
pieces.
number? I'll call her up right now.
714. Just kidding, because a lot of guys will call. She's a MILF. I go, Mom, I tell her, I'm complaining. She goes, well, Hita, that's why you're a mom.
But
and that's why you brought Rocky into, I'm like,
But did
no
you see-
shit,
But
Mom.
did you see when I vented to you today and you said, well, honey, you could have that.
You're
I
so
did.
gross.
And she actually
My
goes,
whole-
Priscilla? And I was like, I got scared. I go,
But do you
who is that?
understand? Like, you just want to vent. You want them to forget.
You don't
and
always
then you
have to have
talk
something
about-
to
No,
say when
you
someone's
don't want-
venting.
You just need that. And then you go, you know what, honey, you want to go out and get a lipstick? You want to go grab a drink together? Let's go do that. Like,
yes,
be
the
real.
best-
Let's go
the
bra
best-
shopping
the
because you
best
and I are
part-
not the same boob size as we were 6 months ago. You know what I mean? Like anything. Just take my mind off of it. I'm not always talking to you for
see, you know
advice.
my
what? Let me
friend.
tell you
That's
something.
my gravitation.
Let me tell you something though. I do. I don't like when people change the subject and try to like throw me off. When
I never
vent,
change subject.
But
I
when
just
I
stare
vent-
at you and I kind of judge your face.
yeah, but when I vent and I
Like
and
now
I
what?
tell somebody something, I actually want feedback. I want engagement.
Yes, you
I
just
want
have to know your
advice.
audience, though. I know you.
So you want honesty. You
Yes.
want them to be real.
Yes.
Are you honest and real with them?
So my
I thought
thing
you were
is,
crying.
I'm-
Oh, Paul, it's not that bad.
Choked up. Oh my
So
God.
sorry, Paul.
so I gotta
getting-
say, I just gotta
Please.
say that having kids kind of
Because you got to be, you're in the PTA. You can't piss all these moms off. You're
well,
going to
yes,
spend time
yes.
together.
So let
and
me get
everything.
at that. So having kids
PTA.
really, yes, she is.
PTA.
So listen,
You are?
Yes.
listen.
I'm
Said
planning
she's
a
in the
party
PTA
2
Hold
days
on.
after I get back. Sorry.
Hold on, my turn really, really fast. I just have to say that having kids really introduces like a whole new field of mean girls. That's way worse than ever was growing up.
Yes,
Yes.
I
It's
agree.
It's way more heavy.
Mhm.
It's way
It's-
more judgmental. So
It's more into.
'Cause
It's
I
more
see
personal.
So I
parents
just
out
gotta
there.
stay clear. I just have to make this point clear with our opinions, like not wanting to meet new people, not wanting to have dates
Oh,
or
I'm
whatever.
sorry.
We're not trying to come off that way. What it is that you just sometimes you just try to like feel your audience. You know,
Yes,
you're just
test the
trying
water.
to test people out and see where it goes, because I can totally read people and I feel like I can tell if you're full of shit right off the bat.
Yep.
I honest to God can, and there's a small percentage of the times where I'm wrong, and I'll be happy to admit it, like I just explained. However, that being said, I have girlfriends who love. I'm gonna totally just name names. My friend Meredith and my friend and Jessica who frequents the show. They love their job of being parents. They love it, and I can tell. And yes, they get just as stressed, and they have their moments. And there's not one thing that I could say to them that they'll make me feel self-conscious or dumb for saying, because this is all real shit, and it's not just me, and I'm not having a mental breakdown.
Right.
When I have these moments. But I do need these people around me that do a better job than I'm doing. and that have it together or do love their job more, because I feel like the combination of the people, and I have a best friend who did literally everything I did, like I as a parent, they did the opposite. So like I vaccinated my friend
on purpose. Did they say if she's doing this,
no,
I'm doing
no,
that?
we were parents at the same time. So I vaccinated, she didn't. I didn't nurse. She nursed till they were 4 years, like vice versa. But we had never. When we do talk about it, we get to at the end game of our conversation. It's always been like thank you for informing me. Like I had so many questions. And it was never a fight. We never fought over
You were
a
learning.
goddamn
It was
thing.
a learning experience.
Yes. We were discussing to understand. We're not arguing to win.
Oh, yes.
So I have these people in my life that don't have to agree with me. Yeah. I have these people that don't drink or don't vaccinate or nurse or whatever.
Friend.
And I love all of these people that I have, because all of these girlfriends that I have make me a better mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't need to be surrounded by people that think exactly like me.
But you know what it is? When you have children, suddenly it's like marrying into a family.
Yeah.
You may not like your husband's Uncle Joe and his cousins and whatever, but you got to spend the rest of your days with them, whether you like them or not. So you have to come up in the same thing with a kid.
Agree.
You may not like the moms at school. You may not like the moms in the Cub Scout or
you deal with
or the baseball team, but you got to
Well,
learn
I'm not
to deal
there
with
yet,
it.
so that's interesting to hear from Jackie's
telling
end.
you, man, when Bowie goes to kindergarten and she's coming to you, wanting to be a Girl Scout, wanting you to join the PTA, I mean, what do you think? Where do you think you'll be at with that?
You can say hell no.
I don't know. Well, no, I can't say hell no, because it does
You're
get to
a
a
good
point
party
where it gets to a point where you do have to start considering your kid, and I'm not there yet, so I can't tell you how I'm going to feel. What I'm
And
going to do.
therefore, you're going to have to put up with some of these moms, whether you like them or not, because they're on the team. You're in baseball for softball with them for 10 years or 6 years. You're going to see them for a long period of time.
I don't even know what I'm going to do. I just don't.
Oh, shit.
These kids are going to bring other people into your life, whether you want them or not.
Am I gonna have to do that with Rocky when he's in sports?
Yeah, you idiot.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
He's going to want to go play baseball, and let's say he's good at it, okay? And so he's going to be with.
Oh, he's gonna be good.
He's going to be good. We know that. So all of a sudden, he's going to be with the same little group of kids probably for several years. They're all going to be in the same T-ball, and then they're going to go to the next level.
You know what? Though, can I say one thing though? I gotta be honest.
The parents come with them.
I'm not like I'm very. I can be selfish, but I become more selfish, but I'm actually very selfless. And I think that for Rocky,
I think she puts herself a little bit more last than I do.
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
You said that the last time you were here. You
take it easy.
I put myself last all the time, actually, and I take it. All right, relax. We get it. But I think with Rocky, I think I'm a chameleon.
I get you going on the mic.
I'm a chameleon. I feel like I adapt very well to I scope them out, and I don't necessarily like retract.
So you know your
I'll
audience.
scope them out, and then I literally like can equate myself the same as them and just get along with them. Like I can do that with my personality. I actually have multiple.
I can do that
It's called
too.
schizophrenia.
It's not schizophrenia. I don't
I'm
know.
being
But
treated
you have
for
a
it
group
now.
of moms that you're
I'm
gonna now come in contact with for years.
I can do that too, but I
because their
wouldn't.
kids
I wouldn't
are friends,
put myself
so they're
out
on a
there.
team.
And you don't
Like,
have the
too
energy
much.
to do
That's
it
what it
anymore.
is.
You're like, I'm done. You said it yourself. You're like, I'm done. Like,
But do
putting
you-
towards energy into like friends. Like, I'm.
But I actually
being
haven't
more
even
selfish.
entered that type of relationship where this is like a team relationship that
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, I haven't entered
Can't
that
get
at
out of
all.
that.
Rocky, but like you're forced now. Rocky
That's
says,
fine.
I love Joey. I love him.
I would
want him to
actually
come over."
force myself, like if there was
Force
like a
yourself.
good player on the
Yes.
team, I'd force myself to be friends with them to get the scope, and then I'd tell Rocky, and he'd be better. That's what I would do.
Dang,
This is-
bitches beware.
This
Why
is
am
the
I
same
not
one.
shocked that she
What is
said
that
that?
when
You've
you
always
said
been a
what is-
snake.
My daughter
if
was
my
in
parent
basketball
hit the
for
kid?
for
No.
7-8 years,
Yeah?
and for the most part, it was the same group of kids and the same group
Well,
of
did
parents.
your wife did she say
My kid would
fucking
be the one
Cheryl
giving
over here?
Oh,
Was
yeah,
there
all
any
the
of those
time.
conversations?
Oh yeah, all the time. But we had to suck it up, and I didn't always agree with their outlook on parenting or their outlook on how important the sport was or anything else. I mean, suddenly, they've got a voice in this thing, and I can't just say, "Oh, fuck you," or walk
Well,
away
but
from
do
them.
you
Well,
feel
why? I
fulfilled
mean,
from
they
those
don't- that doesn't-
friendships,
Because
though?
I'm gonna impact my daughter's position on the
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
And
Well,
her,
is it a coach?
well, some of them
Some,
were. Some are. Their
I
parents.
wouldn't
that'll
fuck
say-
with a coach, but if it was like
Oh,
a
no.
team mom that like
I'm telling you, these teen
Yeah,
moms
but-
are
Sucks, I'd be
important.
like,
They are.
Why?
They
They're
are.
They're
Why?
important.
Tell me.
Some of
Because
them-
I don't know.
Some of them are doing the
this
coach,
is an honest
so you got
God-
to.
honest-
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
But if
maybe
you
you
don't,
need to start doing the coach, Pete.
if you don't fit the group,
Nope.
if you're the reason, if everybody says don't bring your mom or don't bring your dad, that kid is going to feel awkward. One.
Oh, I would never
gonna
be
feel
that big of a
ostracized.
problem.
I
But
And
I would
not gonna play
definitely
as
let
much.
people know that
Don't do
they can't fuck. Don't fuck around with me, Cheryl, dude. Don't talk shit.
Sharon.
Then all,
outta here,
then all of a
Sharon.
sudden, Bowie's sitting on the sidelines, and you're wondering, did I
No,
cause it or not? Here?
no.
You got to play
but
this stupid
no.
game, and that's the problem.
I feel like I would be
I don't know
very
what I would do.
concerned,
I'm
and
not
I would
gonna
try
pretend.
really hard to be like that cool mom and like be like, you
I
guys
don't know.
can come over and I'll fill my bathtub up with ice and beer, and you guys can like have
I
parties.
Then
told
you're
her.
gonna get
I
arrested.
told her. I told
It's gonna
her.
take no for real.
I said,
That's
you're
what's
going to be
fucked up.
sitting on the sidelines with your orange slices for all the kids. She goes, fuck the other kids. I'm not making orange slices for the other kids. And I was like, then you're not going to. That's it, dude. That's what you have to do.
Yeah, right.
You have
And
to.
your kid will
No,
get kicked.
I'm
You'll
very
see your
competitive.
kid will suffer because of you.
Yes.
Your
Yes.
kid
You
will
know what?
suffer because
No,
of you.
because I
Sucks.
remember in
That's why
Peru,
I'm
we didn't do any of the
faking
orange
friendships.
slices or snacks. I remember I told Jackie my
Yeah,
orange
well, you don't
slice
live in
into the
Peru. You haven't
third
been there
world
since you
country
were
shit
5.
that you're doing
for
now.
yelling, and then he was
Oh
yelling
my-
from the parking
Did you
lot.
know she moved
But
here
she
when she was
gets-
5, and
But
she
she
keeps
talks
referring
like she
lives
was
there.
raised in a
could've been
third
6.
world country,
It
dude.
could have been 6.
A
all
6.
right?
All right, dude.
So
I'm
anyway.
just saying you're in for a new world. I think she's seeing it some of it with the PTA, where you have to fit in for your kid.
You do. You do.
If I could
I'm-
do that.
You
I'm
have
gonna
to.
tell you right
Amanda,
now.
you will, dude.
would
It's
fit in. I feel like
For
I'm
your
gonna
I
kid.
throw
walked
up.
around the zoo hearing about this little old woman
That
who's
one.
my
Amanda.
daughter's kindergarten
Amanda.
teacher.
Shut up.
She is the sweetest thing, and I walked around with 4 moms. 3 of them talk shit on this woman, how she's not organized enough.
Why
how
would you want to be
she's
around that? I would be like,
and
you know
I'm
what? You
sitting
guys
there
suck.
going, okay, this is the PTA mom thing.
Nope,
And the
nope.
other, and I'm thinking,
not doing it.
This is not cool, dude. She is like the nicest freaking woman I
I would
dropped
not
off
do
her.
it.
No.
I said, well, maybe she's got a lot. I mean, she's been teaching for like 40 years or something. Like, I was trying to be nice,
Yeah, right.
but it's just like, oh my God, dude, I don't want to piss off these women, but they're
I would never
mean.
listen. No,
they
no.
gravitate towards the strong one.
The idea
Yes.
of this pisses me off. This
Like
is not
watching
high
the
school.
movie.
I am
I
not
know.
going to choose my friends
No.
based off of limitations.
I know.
I'm not going to do it.
You're
I'm
going to
too old
choose your
for this
friends
shit.
based on what's good for your kids.
I know.
No,
and
I'm not. I don't have to be friends with someone just because she wants to be on the same fucking soccer team. I'm not going to do it. That doesn't mean I have to be an asshole, but I'm not going to
That's
be
called
fake.
being fake, and you're.
I'm not
not
gonna be
friends.
fake.
That's
Right
why
out of my mouth.
I haven't
Words
texted
right
him
out of my
about
mouth.
like I'm not.
I'm not saying you're
reaching
fake.
out.
I'm just-
no, I know.
I'm putting
but
myself
not
in this
reaching
situation,
out.
and I'm already
Jackie,
stressed out.
when she'll never be fake, but when she doesn't like you, she'll get quiet, and she doesn't try. And
No, you can tell when Jackie doesn't like someone.
But Jackie's never.
So
I've
you
never
got to
seen Jackie
swallow.
being
You're
fake.
going to have to take certain
was
shit
serious.
that you don't want to take just because.
No gracias.
I know you
Okay.
were.
Okay.
So.
I know, and
Call
listen,
me
I'm
back
not there
in
yet.
about
I know.
5 years, 10
I
years.
know.
Yeah, right,
I'm not there
exactly.
yet, and I know it could change.
And
But
when Bowie comes home and says, "But the kids are all talking about you now. They make fun of me, and I
okay,
can't
so
play."
then what
and-
message am I sending my kid?
Yeah.
Not to be yourself and to be fake and to say the right thing so that you could be a part of something that's full of terrible fucking human beings.
or how to get along in a world where not everybody you got to play the game sometimes.
So the way to get along,
knows this shit.
no, I don't think that I need to teach my 7-year-old how to play the game.
Okay.
But listen, but I'm not there. Listen, I feel like you can get along by not talking shit. Okay, like she can remove herself from the drama and play
Yes.
the sport,
Yes.
and that's exactly what I will try to
You
do.
remove yourself.
That's a good
That's
one.
what you hope. But at
That's
the
what
same
you hope. He's all, that's very sweet of you to say.
Yeah,
No, I'm
that's
gonna
your
come
hope.
out. I'm gonna come out again in 1 year, and I'm gonna do the show again, and we'll see when she's
Yeah.
in the PTA.
Yeah.
I know, and I
Exactly.
cannot stress. I know that I am not there yet, but looking in.
love Sharon and Cheryl.
Otherwise, you
and
know what'll happen?
Christy.
You will end up staying away because you can't
Christy
put up
is
with it.
very
I
upset
believe that.
today.
I
You'll
believe that.
say to Bowie, "Go play," but I can't be there because I can't put up with this
No.
crap in this world
Well,
and,
yeah,
the, and
well,
the
when he's-
politics and
when
the
these pile of
petty...
shit try to talk to me, I'm gonna be like, "Not today, bitch. I'm watching my kid."
Right.
Like, what do you want? What do you want me to do?
Amanda is more real than me about that stuff.
No.
But if you stay away, then that's going to have an impact. Then your daughter's going to say, "But you don't come to the game. You can." You say, "I
No,
can't
I'm
put
gonna
up
go
with
to
it."
the game and I'm gonna have one of those seats that have the fucking net around it, so no one can talk to me. I'm not here to
Excuse
make
me,
friends.
miss?
Why do I
want
have
an
to make
orange
friends
slice?
with people? I'm here to watch
It's actually
my
very
kids.
stressful when me and her would go to boot camp, and then she started not liking some of the girls, and they would still gravitate towards.
Nope, that's not true. I
Yeah.
did not like any of the girls.
Any of the
No,
not
I
some
liked
of them. I
them.
didn't like any of them.
I liked all of them.
What about that one?
Well,
Why would you even? Why?
No, she did like
No,
them.
someone asked me a question about nursing like 4
Oh
times.
my God! Now you make it
What?
Well, yeah, and then I was like, I already told you, and Priscilla's like, you're mean. I was like, no,
I, got
already
anxiety
told her.
And I felt like I had to make up for her
Someone
meanness. I was like,
asked
"Your
me the
pants
same
look good today."
question.
all right. So Jackie, look, we got 5 minutes
Yes.
left here.
Yeah.
Give us some takeaways for these
Yes.
women when they finally get real and realize that they got to play the game a little bit for their kids. They gotta put up with
That's
some
gonna be an
people they don't
interesting one
want
for
to.
me,
They don't
I'll
want to
tell ya.
get around.
I'm
They can't just say anything that comes into their head. At
Yes,
the
I agree
PTA
to that. I
meeting.
believe that.
I'm
so
just figuring.
maybe not say anything at all.
Maybe, yeah, right.
Maybe not say anything, and I'm just figuring out everything now as far as keeping friendships and different things. But I mean, just
Not causing
being,
trauma for your kids. You don't
I
want
mean,
to, right?
yeah,
problems.
exactly. I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to. I don't know. I'm trying to find a good balance between putting myself. I mean, I'm having a tough time with that. Putting myself first, but keeping my kids happy with their friendships, and then
Exactly.
keeping myself happy with friendships
hard.
that I love.
It's gonna be
too.
hard.
Hard
I don't want to
balance.
do it.
So
Hard
if I
balance.
can
Hard.
find, I have a couple moms that are good with, having a kid that my daughter loves and me loving at the same time. So it's just figuring that out. That's
So-
my take.
Well, so and
That's
the
not
other.
a take.
So do you
I have
first?
3 minutes, Paul. Don't
I
you
know.
dare.
I thought it was good. I thought she was gonna have more insights than that. I thought.
I'm
Amanda,
horrendous,
what's
Paul.
your
I'm having a
takeaway from
tough
this?
time with that.
What's my takeaway?
No.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. No, keep going.
Yeah, go Jack.
Either maintaining friendships with people.
This is
who
your
don't-
legacy.
You know what?
Get it all
You
out.
know what? I just think we need to be more real with each other,
Yes,
and just
I agree.
Just at the end of the day, we're all fighting for the same thing, to make our kids happy and to be happy and to be fulfilled in relationships, and just that's it. And there's no
Yeah.
game. There's no.
we could all put our dukes
I wish,
down
but you know what? Is
and
that
see
a
the bigger
perfect
picture.
world? Are we not in
Yeah.
that?
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
No.
It's
yeah.
not about
of
who
course.
does it better or who's,
It's
you
not.
know.
Oh,
like-
you know what? I acknowledge that there's so many mothers out there that do it better than me,
Better.
and I'm not. And it's
100%.
okay because I use like small examples from like other people, and I'm like, and it helps. So I don't find it as a threat because I have a really good support system. I don't have a husband telling me I'm doing a bad job. My mother-in-law doesn't tell me I do a bad job. My sister
Yes.
doesn't. My mom doesn't. Anyone.
Right.
I surround myself by people that make me feel good, so I don't.
But
I
that's
don't look
it.
at it as a threat. Yes, exactly.
But that's it.
That
So
is
my
it.
takeaway from this
Support.
is basically, basically, if you're a mom and you have kids, and even if you're not a mom and you don't have kids, obviously, don't be so hard on the ones that
back
do.
the fuck up.
Because I mean, I have a friend that she probably doesn't even have that much in common with me, but she has a son, and he's adorable, and we hang out, and like I'm not kidding you, like it'll be 2 weeks and she'll check in with me like, hey, how's Rocky? And I'll be like, oh, good, how's Walker? Whatever. And
Ooh.
sorry, her name's Nina. She's actually adorable. And then that's it. And then we'll go a week without talking. And then I hang out with her. And I mean, she doesn't drink. I drink, and she passes no judgment. She sees my Snapchats
Exactly.
when I'm hungover the next morning.
Yeah, you don't have
And
to
I have
surround
one eye
yourself
open and I'm feeding
with
Rocky,
people
which
the
doesn't
same.
happen very often, but
Yeah.
it does happen. And I'm just trying to get it from So just no drama.
Yeah.
Don't get mad if I don't respond to your text messages, and don't get mad if I didn't ask how your trip with your husband and his mom Sally was. Like, please, like, I just cut me some slack. I'm on limited time. I'm on limited sleep.
But when you take that now in, when your
Oh, I
child
changed
brings you
mine.
into another world of moms that you didn't want to be in, I didn't ask to be friends with these people, but suddenly we're on the team together. Suddenly we're
Well, we're not there yet, so
we're
we don't-
raising money for the first grade trip.
Yes.
We're doing something together, and we're all thrown together by our kids here.
We're not there yet.
They're
Then
gonna start,
gravitate towards
I-
something that you have in common.
yeah. Then because they're gonna judge you, and it's gonna be like high school all over
Oh,
again.
I don't give a fuck.
I
They're
just
gonna
I don't.
gossip, and they're gonna talk about.
I don't
things.
care.
That's
Then
it.
that means they're
No
miserable. And
no
I'm
judgment.
busy.
No judgment.
But if
That's
they're going
what-
to do that, don't surround yourself by
Yeah.
those people.
Yeah.
If my kid's on the same team with them, I don't have to be your friend. I don't have to tell them to go kill
No.
themselves.
I think
but
like
But you're
I'll
gonna
always
see them for
encounter. Yes,
years.
It doesn't
You'll
matter.
always, you will see them, and you will have to associate with them.
Right.
My thing is
associate
just,
like what? Like ask
my
them to
thing
dinner?
is just don't make it like do it.
Don't
and,
make it
like,
your problem.
Yeah, and then if you know that they're gonna don't care. Like if you walk away and you know they're gonna talk about you, and
Right.
like don't make
That's
it
powerful,
a big of
not
your
to
word.
care,
Not to care.
Yeah.
Don't let it get to you.
That's
as long
huge.
as
you
can
can't
put
make
up-
it your problem.
As long as you can be civil and you can just, do it for your kid, that's it. If they talk bad about you or I would.
But it helps if your husband or your mom or your sister is with you, so you're not sitting there by yourself, glaring at this fucking weird ass group of people.
I think you just figured that out. You said
with
that.
pom-pom.
I agree with all that.
You have to have a good support system, even if it's one person, so you don't feel like you're like dipping into their psychosis.
Well, those 3 minutes went by fast.
Wow. All right. So, any final thoughts? Well, I don't even know what drink you were having today. Here, you never talked about the drink.
So funny.
It was a last minute throw together. We did soda water with fresh
LaCroix coconut soda water.
No, I didn't do coconut. I did lime because I couldn't find coconut.
Oh, that's fine.
So I did soda water.
She likes coconut. Coconut seems to be in
love
everything.
coconut.
I'm obsessed.
So I did the soda water and I did muddled lime with pineapple, vodka,
and mint.
And a splash of mint and with a splash of lemonade.
And what do we call this?
Priscilla.
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 Okay. All right. Well, the girls spilled some secrets. We got them to realize that maybe your kids are going to pull you into some friends. Maybe your kids are going to pull you away from some friendships, and maybe they're going to pull you into other groups that you didn't really want to be with.
It's okay to put yourself first. I got to say
Thanks
that.
for bringing that to my attention.
Yes. No, I think it's okay to put yourself first, to keep your own sanity. Otherwise, your kids are not going to have a good mom to grow up with.
That's true, too. All right.